Yeah, yes. So the shoulder warm-up is essentially finding range of motion that you're going to experience in the golf swing. It could be forward circles, it could be palms up, backward circles, it could be alternating arms up and down. You could do a cross, so palms up, palms down, up as you go out, down as you come in. You could go on a diagonal. And the reason I'm saying is you could is because none of these are like magic. You're just trying to find the ones that feel the best to you. Or if you had, say, a pinch or some sort of tightness going overhead, it'd be the one you wanted to sort of work towards improving. And so you would hang in maybe like a smaller range of motion. And then over time, you're going to start to get wider and taller and longer as things warm up. And if you had a coach, you would tell them, like, as I lift my arm up, there's a pinch. And that's like a little bit of a clue as to what might not feel good. So, yeah.
Great. 0.5.
And then same thing, like left to right, like you're saying no. And it's just gentle, just to get the neck loosened up. From there, we'll move on to like wrists. So you just open hands, and you're just gonna go wrist circles. So this is similar to the golf club, a little less load. Few inside out, then we'll kind of reverse it. Outside in, and we'll take palms together. You kind of push your palms together, elbows out, and we're just gonna rotate about the arm. And then we're gonna start getting into our trunk. So the trunk, we want to move, and we want it to experience some tension, kind of. So we're gonna start small, and you're just thinking little rotations. As we kind of feel a little bit better, the arms start to move away from you, and you get a little bit wider. You'll start to feel the hips move. Then the arms will be fully extended, and you're trying to let the foot come up, big pelvis turn, big rotation. And then we'll kind of do the same thing on a diagonal. So we go small, kind of left hip to right shoulder. There's no real like right way to do this, so that the spine can flex. The arms could just move across.
When you're saying left hip to right shoulder, you mean we're bending, or what does that mean?
Like a little, like a wood chop almost.
Oh, okay.
And so you stay small and you go left to right, kind of just alter the direction. And then we're gonna do the same thing as we did before, to kind of just make everything bigger as we get warmer. So then we start kind of going, think left knee to right shoulder or over right shoulder. Might be a little bend in your knees as you go down, a little bend in your back and your hips. Then we'll go the opposite. So right knee, left shoulder. And then the last one of these is kind of like left foot, right shoulder. So now your feet are a bit wider. We're gonna go all the way down and all the way up. And again, you're trying to get the spine to flex, rotate, hips, flex, internally rotate, ankles are flexing. And we'll kind of go right foot, left shoulder. And the big goal of any warm up really is just to raise your body's temperature and make joints move through sort of big ranges of motion. All right, so once we're good there, we're gonna take a split stance. And the only reason we do split stance is so you can kind of load this back foot, and we're gonna do ankle circles. So a little bit of work for the front leg, and you're just drawing a little circle with your foot, and then we'll switch the direction. But you should feel the front leg working, back ankle, then we swap legs. Same thing, find your stance. Then we'll switch directions. And if you've got a golf club with you, we're gonna do our leg swings. So same exact thing we did last time, which is just, I go straight in, straight out. So toes down, toe up. And you're trying to easy sort of work into bigger and bigger leg swings. You're trying to keep the down leg straight, and you're trying to keep your body upright. And once you get a good amount of those, again, this is something that, like, if we weren't here, this could be 30 swings a leg. It could be whatever feels good. Or like if the left leg feels tighter than the right, you could spend more time on the left leg. There's no real rules as to how much you have to do or how much is better than not. So now the tough one out here is going to be side to side. So usually you'd have something in front of you. Since we don't, we're just going to kind of keep it to the side. If you want to try to put it in front, you're just swinging out and across. Some people's hips will crack, like you get like a high on the butt sort of crack. That's okay. But again, you're driving the down leg, hip internal rotation as leg swings across, external rotation as it swings out, and we switch legs. All right, then a little balance series. So all you're gonna do, stand on your left leg, right leg goes out, and we just balance for about 5 seconds. Right leg goes out to the side, about 5 seconds, and then it crosses behind and reaches back for about 5 seconds. And we go other side. Behind. Perfect. Now, if we had bands and stuff, we'd do some walks. But what we'll do is we'll get just into a big split stance, and we're just gonna lower a little bit. And all you're gonna try and feel like is you're gonna adjust your weight until you feel like your butt and your leg is working. So if you're too far forward, like on the toe of your front foot, you'll feel it in your quad and your knee. If we're too tall, you won't feel much in the front leg. But if we're nice and sort of balanced on the front leg heel, you should get a little butt, and then we'll just stand up, just enough to kind of wake us up. Some of you might feel a stretch in the back hip. And again, just like 15 seconds, just enough. Good. And now, if you've got no back problems, the goal is going to be, I don't know where to face, to like segmentally curl the spine down as far as you can, and then like one vertebrae at a time, curl back up. Don't push it beyond what you're comfortable with. And you're just going to do 5. Nice and relaxed, nice and kind of methodical.
Neck is the last thing.
What's that?
The neck is the last thing.
Yeah.
You lift your neck and jack.
Yep, neck is last on the way up, first on the way down. So you look down, curl shoulders. And hopefully by the 5th rep, you feel like you got just a bit lower. Things loosened up just a bit.
Sore.
Cool?
Yeah.
Good? Perfect.
Good job, guys. Thank you.